Hello everyone, Sarthak here, and in this video I'm going to tell you 5 more alien abduction stories. On August 8, 1993, Kelly Kale was driving with her husband and 3 children through the Dandenong foothills in Australia when she noticed a UFO hovering over an open field. The UFO was 150 feet wide with colored lights and around its base. Seeing another car nearby, the family decided to observe the craft closer. As they left their vehicle, the Cales encountered a group of 7 feet tall creatures, quote, void of color and quote, not having soul. Upon noticing the Cales, one of the members of the alien group glided towards the family and rendered them unconscious. Kelly awoke hours later in the car with a triangular scar on her navel. The rest of the family could not remember the encounter. However, a second family in the other car came forward to corroborate Kelly's story with a matching description of the UFO. One morning of December 1, 1987, in Yorkshire, England, retired policeman Philip Spencer was walking through Ilkelly Moor when he noticed a small strange being in the fog. Spencer was able to snap a quick photograph of the 4-foot tall creature as it attempted to wave him away from that area. Ignoring its warning, Spencer chased after the little being and was stunned when a dome-shaped UFO rose from the moor. The next thing Spencer remembered, the creature was gone and he was watching the UFO disappear into the sky. He found his watch frozen, compass demagnetized, and an hour of time missing. Spencer believed that he had been taken aboard the craft, but he could not recall the details. Professional analysis concluded that the photo was genuine. At 3 a.m. on November 30, 1989, Linda Napoleon was abducted from her New York City apartment by a UFO hovering near Brooklyn Bridge. Linda encountered 3 aliens who placed their hands over her mouth. She could recall hearing the sound code Nobiek repeatedly. The incident was witnessed by 2 bodyguards of UN Secretary General Javier Perez, who believed a sci-fi movie was being filmed. The guards described seeing Linda floated out of a 12-story window, accompanied by creatures with, quote, large heads and no hair. When Linda later suffered from severe nosebleeds, X-rays revealed that a metallic object implanted in the tissue of her nasal cavity. On September 19, 1961, Betty and Barney Hill were taken from their car in rural New Hampshire after being followed by a colorful flashing UFO. Confirmed on radar at Pease Air Force Base, the craft was said to be piloted by humanoid beings dressed in black uniforms and capes. Barney and Betty attempted to flee but were knocked unconscious by an unknown force with rhythmic beeping and extreme vibrations. 2 hours later, a second series of beeps awakened the Hills 35 miles from their original location. Both had torn clothing and frozen watches. Under hypnosis, the couple recalled being medically examined by beings with, quote, terrible eyes and were able to draw a star map in craft that matched the Zeta Reticuli star system. And to the shock of world, this incident took place 9 years before the discovery of Zeta Reticuli star system. The map drawn by Betty totally matched the original and computer-generated image of that star system. Co-workers Charles Saxon and Calvin Parker were fishing off a pier in Mississippi City on an October evening. They began to hear a whirling sound and saw 2 flashing blue lights. A smallish oval-shaped craft appeared before them, from which emerged 3 pale creatures about 5 feet tall. Hickson and Parker said that the creatures had carrot-like growths emerging from their nose and ears, and that in place of hands they had lobster-like claws. Hickson claimed that he was inspected by a mechanical eye while on board, while Parker initially stated that he did not remember anything about the event. But in an interview 20 years later, Parker had been able to remember the event and provide a detailed story of his inspection, including telepathic communication with the beings. Upon reporting the incident to the police, Hickson and Parker were questioned. They were left in the room with hidden tape recorder, which police expected will reveal the incident to be a hoax. Instead, Hickson and Parker could be heard nervously discussing the event. At one point, Parker states, I knew all along there were people from the other worlds up there. I knew all along, but I never thought that this would happen to me.